Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It's 2,000 points, Death Guard Chaos Space Marines versus the Space Wolves. Alright, so 2,000 points of Space Wolves here. This isn't the final list. I'm awaiting some final models to arrive from Siege Studios just to complete the new and revamped army. But I do have some spare models. I've been able to make up for those missing units and replace them with some existing models from the collection. So the vast majority of the army has been painted up by Siege Studios. I've painted up the odd model here and there just to make up the numbers and to fill in some gaps here and there. But most models that you see in this game, and we'll zoom in and you'll see them throughout the battle, they are painted up by Siege Studios. So you can check them out. They're the channel sponsors here. There's a link for them in the video description below. But they've done a great job with the Space Wolves here, and it's great to see them back on the channel once again. Units that I'm waiting for, 2 units of Reavers, just to add in a bit of Primaris. They're not in, so the Venerable Dreadnought will take their place. And then with some points spare, Crom Dragon Gaze is with Siege Studios as a reference as they're painting up the Reavers, and so Canis Wolfborn will take his place, so that evens the points out. So 2,000 points of Space Wolves ready to go. So the list has changed. They took a battering when they first arrived on the channel, hoping the Space Wolves would do better. This is kind of a warm-up game for them as they prepare to go into the league. Once the new army is ready, then they can start fighting some games for Season 8. But just having a warm-up game for them here, and see if they can get their teeth and claws sunk into the Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. Structure for them, or for this list here, it's been changed around just to try and create some more command points. So it's Battle Forged, double battalion. Bjorn gives an extra command point as well. There's also an Outrider detachment. So 15 command points in total, and then -1 from that because I've taken an extra relic. And then another -1. It's down to 13 command points. I've taken a second Warlord trait. Going to put it on the Iron Priest just there as well. So to fulfill the 2 battalions, I need 4 HQ choices and 6 troops. So you can see the 6 troops choices, and the theme here is revolving around regular Marines protecting a Wolfguard Terminator in each of the squads, just to add a bit of resilience to them. So Blood Claws first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4 squads of them. A squad of 6 Blood Claws plus the Terminator, so a squad of 7, a squad of 8 including the Terminator, a squad of 7, and then a squad of 7 including the Terminator just there. Bolt Pistols and Chainswords, the regular Blood Claws. And then the Terminator, twin frost claws for him, twin frost claws for this one, Thunderhammer and Storm Shield for this one here, and then this one, Power Axe just with the points that remain, and a Storm Bolter for him. Then 2 units of Grey Hunters, 2 squads of 6, including the Terminator, both the same. So the Terminator has Storm Bolter and Power Sword for both of these squads. The rest have Bolters and Chain Swords, and then 1 model in each squad has a Plasma Gun, just for a little bit more firepower with those. Then the HQ choices, plenty of them here, lots of heroes in this Space Wolves list. So Bjorn the Fell-Handed, twin linked or twin las cannon for him, and the True Claw, the deadly close combat weapon available for that character. Dreadnought. Then Ulrich the Slayer, the second HQ choice. Then Iron Priest, these are new models that have come through from Siege Studios. So the Iron Priest just here, the Hellfrost pistol, the Tempest Hammer for him. Warlord trait, Saga of the Bear, so 6+, feel no pain. If he fulfills the deed of legend, then he'll grant that to other units within 6 inches. And then a relic is the Armour of Russ, so that will give him a 4+ invuln save, and you also declare an enemy unit within an inch and force them to fight later on in the fight phase. That may well come in useful if he finds himself in close combat. So that's 3 HQs so far. 2 other HQs, there's Canis Wolfborn just on the right hand side, and then I've constructed and built my own Wolf Lord riding a Thunderwolf mount. He is going to be the Warlord, so the Warlord trait for him is Saga of the Wolfkin, so an extra attack on the charge. If he fulfills his deed of legend, then he'll grant that to other units within 6 inches, an extra attack on the charge, so may well be useful. And then the relic for him, the Wolfenstone, so again, +1 attack, and other Space Wolves units within 3 inches get +1 attack as well. Just trying to load up the attacks on this customized model just here. So that's all the HQ choices required for the double battalion, also the Outrider detachment as well. To make up the Outrider detachment, a unit of 5 Fenrisian Wolves, and then 2 units of 3 Thunderwolf Cavalry, all with Storm Shields and Chain Swords, and then each of the squad leaders has a Power Axe. Onto the Elites choices, I have 3. So Orphan first of all, Great Frost Axes, for 2 of them, Thunderhammer Storm Shields for the other 2, and then the squad leader has the 2 Frost Claws. And then Murderfang character, Nasty Dreadnought, is in the list. And then finally Venerable Dreadnought with the Great Axe and Blizzard Shield and a Heavy Flamer for him. So that's the list for the Space Wolves. An experimental game here. We'll see how well they cope with the Death Guard, and particularly Mortarion. Aaron will be using him in this fight. But I think the Space Wolves are nasty enough. If they can organise a decent attack, then they should cause trouble for the Death Guard. But we'll see what happens. We'll take a look now and see what Aaron Allen has in his Death Guard list. All right, so 2,000 points of Death Guard Chaos Space Marines. Aaron's already played his 3 games for the League, and so now we'll let him loose in this Challenge the Scorpion game as they take on the Space Wolves. We'll let Aaron run through his list.
Okay, so this is my 2,000 points of Death Guard. I have 2 battalion detachments and a super heavy auxiliary detachment. In the first battalion detachment, we have the Lord of Contagion and the Demon Prince of Nurgle as our HQ slots. And then I have 3 units of 5 Plague Marines. 2 of the units have 2 blight launchers in them, and the 3rd unit just has 1 blight launcher. And then in the elite slot, we have 3 Death Shroud Terminators. In the second battalion, we have Typhus and the Malignant Plague Casters, the HQ choices, and the troops are 3 units of 20 Poxwalkers. The heavy support slots in that battalion are 2 Plague Burst Crawlers with the Entropy Cannons and the Heavy Sluggers. And then Mortarion is the super heavy auxiliary detachment, and he is the warlord of this Death Guard army. So the psychic powers are the Malignant Plaguecaster knows Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality. Mortarion knows Miasma of Pestilence, Curse of the Leper and Plague Wind. Typhus knows Blades of Putrefaction and Plague Wind, and the Demon Prince knows Blades of Putrefaction. And the relic is the Suppurating Plate, which is on the Lord of Contagion.
So that's Aaron's list. Good to see them taking part in a challenge game. We'll take a look now at scenario and deployment for this battle. Alright, so we have a scenario. It's been randomly determined. We've gone to Chapter Approved 2017 this time. It's Maelstrom of War. So there's 6 tactical objectives on the board, and Race to Victory is the name of the mission. So the aim of the game here, search and destroy is the deployment, by the way. We'll cover the objectives and deployment zones in just a moment. But Race to Victory, it is a race to complete 10 objectives on the board. When that's done, the game finishes, or it's the usual rules for random game length. The game can end on turn 5, 6, or 7. Glory to the first is the special rule here. The first player to achieve their 10th tactical objective scores an additional 3 victory points. There's a bonus there for the person that completes their 10 tactical objectives first. First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker also available in this mission. And then we're drawing tactical objectives up to 3 in a turn. So search and destroy deployment. Space Wolves are going here, and then the Death Guard will be going in the other corner on the other side of the board. Tactical objectives then. Objective number 6, just marked by this canister. Tactical objective number 3, nicely inside the Space Wolves deployment zone. It's marked by the Teleport Homer. Then close to the centre of the board is the cat from the Space Wolves set. That's objective number 5. Then objective number 1, again marked by a canister, just on the edge of the Death Guard Chaos Space Marine deployment zone. And then now this is the view that the Death Guard will have. So they'll be looking out across the battlefield in that direction. Objective number 2, this Fallen Terminator deep inside the Chaos Space Marine deployment zone. And then the final objective, Space Marine on the throne here, that's from the Space Hulk set. Objective number 4, just tucked inside the Death Guard deployment zone as well. So that's the mission. A race to victory here for both sides. Both armies aggressive. Space Wolves no doubt will try and take the fight to the Death Guard, and then the Death Guard certainly have units that are happy to get stuck into close combat as well. Good matchup this one, looking forward to this game. We'll go on to deployment. We start alternating units, placing them on the board. Right, it's just to mention the battle mat and some of the terrain featured in this game. So the battle mat is by gamemat.eu, so 6x4 in size, rolls out nice and flat. We then put our terrain pieces on top, and then a bit of some stones and scatter just to blend it all in. Then some of the terrain is from gamemat.eu as well. These containers, these boxes and barrels, or the boxes, and then across here, this terrain, which I've stacked on top of each other here, I've been painting up to match in with my AdMech terrain, is from gamemat.eu as well. Then we're also featuring terrain from madgamingterrain.com. That's the MDF terrain. It's that compound over there with the walkways and the buildings. That's from them. So that's MDF terrain available from madgamingterrain.com as well. So check out both of those websites for your supplies of battle mats and terrain for your games of Warhammer 40,000. Alright, so deployment is complete for both sides. Death Guard finished deploying first. Aaron will get +1 to the roll-off. Aaron's just reminded me here, we played these two armies clashed last season. The Death Guard had a run where they smashed through one Space Marine army after the next, and one of the victims of that campaign was the Space Wolves. So a grudge between these two forces in this challenge game. But Space Wolves, no need really to hang any of them at the back here. There's no objectives around here. Objective there and one there. So we've gone aggressive with all of our units. Infantry squads out the front, the Blood Claws, tucked behind these characters here. So Murder Fang, the Iron Priest, Ulrich the Slayer, Bjorn the Fell-Handed as well. Behind them, I've kept one unit of Grey Hunters sitting on top of this objective. Then over on the left-hand flank, just making use of this line of sight block in terrain, because this isn't a character Dreadnought, so the Venerable Dreadnought just on the left with the Orphan. And then going over to the right-hand side, my cavalry are over here. So the 2 units of Thunderwolf cavalry, the Wolf Lord on the Thunderwolf mount, Canis Wolfborn as well. The dogs, the 5 of them, the Fenrisian Wolves are on the left of them. And then there is one squad of Grey Hunters just sitting on top of objective number 6. So that's Space Wolves deployment. No units in reserve at all. I've put them all on the board here, ready to surge ahead. We'll go around the other side now and take a look at the Death Guard deployment. So this is their deployment. That's the view that they have. Space Wolves getting ready to push ahead. So it's Mortarion deploying just here, getting ready to potentially move out aggressively against the Wolves. Because it's difficult, this one. There's objectives to be captured. Both sides can't hold back or concede ground to the enemy. So really both armies are going to have to clash somewhere in the middle in a big push to try and break the other side. Poxwalkers on the extreme left-hand flank. Unit Poxwalkers here, they're going to camp out on objective number 2. The 2 Plague Burst Crawlers and the Demon Prince at the back to lend some fire support. Getting ready to move out onto objective number 1 is this Poxwalker squad just here. So I think Aaron's going for objective duty for these 3 squads. There's objective number 4. And then going upstairs here, making use of cover, is the 3 squads of Plague Marines. And then Aaron does have quite substantial units in reserve. The Death Shroud Terminators, they're called. Then Typhus has gone in reserve, and then the Lord of Contagion has joined them in reserve as well. Terrain, most of it's line of sight blocking terrain that we're using here. We're going to say units that go on top of these buildings get cover, infantry units, and then infantry units entirely on top of the AdMech terrain here get the use of cover as well. So these Plague Marines getting a 2+ armor save at the moment for being in cover. So we're almost ready to start the game. I just mentioned the patrons at this stage: Marcus Anthony, Paul Cook, Nicholas Lucas, Alex Stillwell, Andrew Swan and Luke Schwengel as well. Thanks to them for their support at gold level. You can check out the end credits for those supporting at silver level, and thanks also to those supporting at bronze. All the proceeds on the Striking Scorpion 82 Patreon page go directly to my local Wargames club, SSWG. That was the club that got me into 40k, and so I've set up a Patreon page to help them out. Okay, so it's a roll-off to see who goes first. This is an important role. Whenever armies both deploy aggressively, whoever goes first is big here. After you, we are Polite and Imperial. Darren's rolled a 5, which becomes a 6. We need a 6 here to force the reroll. No. We'll see if we can seize the initiative with the Space Wolves. Haha, we do. This could be revenge here. Okay, so that's pretty good. Right, okay, so Space Wolves are going to go first. The Death Guard were set to make the first move, but the Wolves will make a start here. I think the direction we're going to go is dead ahead. We're going to take the fight to the Death Guard. Turn 1 coming up next for the Space Wolves. Right, so onto the first turn. Getting ready to move with the Space Wolves. What we'll do is we'll draw our first 3 cards, and that'll give us the objectives that we need to go for. But there is a bit of pressure in this game. There's a race ahead to try and achieve as many cards as possible. So we'll draw the first 3 and see which direction the Space Wolves need to go. Okay, so cards that have been drawn. Interesting one here. Big Game Hunter, so kill something big. That's Aaron's tanks, or indeed Mortarion. The Stuff of Sagas, which is to destroy a vehicle or monster. So again, that could be Mortarion. If a character takes off the last wound, it's D3 victory points. And then the Heroes of Fenris, very themed cards being drawn. 1 victory point if released, 1 for any Space Wolves character begins the fight phase of an inch of an enemy unit. If 2 to 4 characters, then it's D3. And then if it's 5 or more, it's D3 plus 3 victory points. It's almost like these cards have come out a turn ahead, really, because there's some distance to try and reach Mortarion. It'd be a stretch for these Space Wolves units to reach him. It's a shame, perhaps, that the Wolfen weren't closer for them to make an immediate dash for the Demon Primarch. But we'll see. There's no doubt we've got to push ahead here with the Space Wolves. We'll make our moves with them next. Okay, so movement complete here for the Space Wolves. It's awkward, this one. There's still some distance to cover. There's possible charges, some 9-inch, 10-inch charges may well be possible here. We'll have to see what happens. Taking a risk with a couple of our units here to see if we can get them into combat against Mortarion. So, Wolfen have advanced. They've pushed through here, 9 inches in total. Advanced with this squad of Bloodclaws. Regular move with this squad at the very, very front. A possible charge of them against Mortarion. And then this squad here advanced with the Thunderhammer. This squad here advanced, forming a secondary screen. Advanced here on a 6 for the Venerable Dreadnoughts. He's pushed right ahead. He was back here and he's pushed right through. Characters moving up, the Iron Priest, Ulrich the Slayer, and then Bjorn the Fell-Handed, just a regular move from him. Murderfang, 8-inch move, a possible charge. It is re-rollable, so 10-inch re-rollable charge to see if that Psycho Dreadnought can make it into Mortarion to try and cause trouble. The Fenrisian Wolves forming a screen, advanced with them. This unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry, regular move, 10 inches. This unit advanced and the 2 characters are swung out onto the right-hand flank. Then these 2 squads of Grey Hunters holding on to objectives 6 and 3. That is movement done. Clustering together here and advancing quite tightly packed here for the Space Wolves. Lots of benefits and buffs potentially from these characters. So that's movement done. No psychic phase here, no psychos at all for the Space Wolves, and limited firepower as well. A little bit of shooting to do, and then possible assaults here on turn 1. So we'll go for it. 2 las cannon shots into Mortarion, 3s to hit because we moved, and we've got 1 hit. I command reroll this one. 3+. Okay, so we get 2 hits. We'll just deduct that off of our total. We've got a nice lot of command points here for the Space Wolves force. 3s to wound at strength 9. Double 3. The 2 have made it through. So Aaron can take 4+ invuln saves on the Demon Primarch.
It's a 3.
Okay, this is past 1. Command reroll at this early stage. Plenty of command points to the Death Guard as well, now that Aaron's running a double battalion.
Yeah, will do.
I've talked him into using one of them. 4+ invuln save, yep. Which he passes on a 5. Okay, well done. So that's blocked twice over there. 2 las cannon shots stopped against the Demon Primarch. Okay, bit of supporting fire now to come from here. So, yeah, because Bjorn's, the other weapon he's got is a heavy flamer. So, plans, we're going to supercharge because we are within 6 inches of Bjorn, getting reroll 1s for our shooting. So, it's going to go into Mortarion. 3 as a hit, and 3 as a wound, or 6 as a wound. So, 4+ invuln save again. No, so that's 2 damage, so 2 disgusting rolls. This could be a sign of the rolls to come. Oh, 4 and 2. Okay, so 2 wounds caused. And then it's a bolter shot. Storm bolter from the Terminator model. This one's out of range of any target. Then 1, 2, 3 have stood still. So 6 from them and 4 from the Terminator. Just trying to get some early shots off here against Mortarion. Rerolling 1s, crucially, for Bjorn nearby. 3s to hit. 5s to wound. 1 wound comes through. Regular save 3+. Nope. And a 5+. Disgusting roll. No, okay, another wound caused. Okay, so that's their firepower done. Next squad, they can actually see through pretty good against the Poxwalkers, and then one of them at the very end here is in range of Mortarion. They've sat still, so 2 shots against Mortarion in 3s, 5s to wound, no wounds. Then a plasma shot, just regular shot from that. Misses, thankfully it wasn't supercharged. And then 1, 2, 3 bolters that have stood still. So 6 shots, and then 4 shots from the Terminator Stormbolter. No rerolls available here, there's no bonuses nearby. 5s to wound. Oh no, not this. What's toughest on them Poxwalkers? 3.
3.
They've all wounded.
Okay.
7. Good bit of supporting fire. This is the Grey Hunter squads, just camping out on objectives, crucially remaining stationary just to get the extra shots now for bolter discipline. So disgusting rolls, past 1, but 6 Poxwalkers splattered here by bolter firepower. Next, 6 bolt pistols from the squad that didn't advance, going into Mortarion, rerolling 1s. They've all hit their target here, and then 5s to wound. And they picked up 2 wounds. So, 3 up armor save, yeah, passed, okay. Murderfang has a Stormbolter, we'll put that into Mortarion. There's a bit of Dakka can come from the Wolves here. 5s to wound, 1 more wound comes through, 3 up armor save.
Passed.
Passed, okay. So, I'm looking around, I think that is everything. But no complaints here really. Poxwalker's being brought down. Mortarion taking some damage, he's down to 15 wounds remaining with him. Okay, so early opportunity for some charges here. It's a bit of a stretch, but we'll roll up some charges and Overwatch next as we go into the assault phase. Okay, so I've got dice lined up for an attack. Charges have taken place. Just Murderfang here going in, so a big charge roll made by him. Rolled a 6 and a 2, needing a 10. So instead of re-rolling the whole charge roll, I command re-rolled and got a 5. So Murderfang has gone in. This squad failed to make it in to close combat, so it's just the lone Dreadnought that's gone straight for Mortarion here, seeking his revenge against the Demon Primarch. Now, Space Swords are nasty enough. 5 attacks for this guy, +1 on the charge for Space Marines now, and then +2 because it's Murderfang as well. So 8 attacks with him. He'll be on 2s to hit, and then he's re-rolling his wounds here, and it's damage 3 with those Murder Claws. I've got this stratagem on standby, only endeavour as duty ends. If Aaron slays Murderfang, he'll fight again. And then going to use one of the new stratagems from Saga of the Beast book, Touch of the Wild. It's a character unit. 4 pluses in close combat generate auto hits. So a crazy amount of attacks here. We'll roll up and we'll see what we get. Host of Plagues, yes. Okay, here it comes.
Yes, it
does.
D3.
2 mortal wounds, you got me first. So the initial damage coming through from Mortarion. No damage, by the way, or no hits coming through with Overwatch. Aaron firing the lantern from that model, but a bit of a psychological result there. He's picked off 2 wounds off of Murderfang. Now it's our turn to roll up. 2s. 2 have failed, but 4 pluses generate extra hits. So 5 extra hits. 1 Dreadnought. Unbelievable. 3s to wound, and it's re-rollable for the Murder Claws. 2 1s. That didn't make it through. But still, 9 have made it through. It's AP -3. Aaron will take 4 plus invuln saves here. I don't think we're going to bring Mortarion down, but we could cause him a bit of trouble. And Aaron's rolled brilliantly.
Failed 3.
Excellent. That's very, very good dice rolling. So, 9 damage in total.
Okay, so...
yeah, you can do 9 dice here, needing 5s.
He's taken 3.
3. So potential of about 25 wounds I could have caused, but the invuln saves and disgusting resilient has reduced it down to just 3. Unbelievable. Typical Death Guard here, deflecting the damage coming through, and Aaron can now roll up his attacks back against Murderfang, and I hold this card ready. As soon as Murderfang dies, we'll fight again.
So he's got 7 attacks. Hateful Assault in there.
Yes.
So he's going to do this is the Eviscerating Blow. Heavy
Okay.
one. So 2s, re-rolling 1s
Ones.
himself.
Murderfang will die here about 3 times over.
All hit.
Okay.
This is strength 16.
2s to wound.
They've all wounded and it's -4.
Yep.
D6 damage a time.
7d6 damage. Oh dear. There's about 25 odd wounds, and we don't get any kind of... There's no way we can block that in any way. So Murderfang is dead, in which case 2 more command points will be spent on Only Endeavoured as GTN. Was this wise, this charge? This round of combat will decide that. So 2 attacks on the charge, 1 attack for Space Marines on the charge as well. So 8 attacks here, needing 2s. So we keep a touch of the wild, that still counts, lasts until the end of the phase. So 2s to hit. There's 2 1s again, but we've made up for it again with 5 more hits coming through. Incredible stratagem, that one. 3s to wound. Maybe we're going to get you this time. Oh, right. 11 this time, surely. 11 4+ invuln saves. There's enough damage here to bring the Primarch down. He's on 12 wounds remaining. It's quite unlikely, but this is painful. That is...
that's 6.
6 have made it through. So that's 18 wounds.
I'll...
I might even force...
one of these.
Here comes a command reroll here. This is there's grave danger here for Mortarion. 18 wounds. It's going to be down to a disgustingly resilient roll. If this Demon Primarch is brought down... This is going to be shockwaves here on turn 1. Murderfang is dead, but he's going to try and bring down the Primarch with him. It looks okay. One's on the floor. I think you've survived.
Okay, 3, 4.
It's going to be tight though. It's about...
Yeah, I think he's got 1 wound left, maybe.
Oh no.
12. Yeah.
1 wound left. It's just doing the maths here.
Yeah, 1 wound left.
So we've got to get it right. So I think he's survived. 1 wound remains. Is there anything I can... I think now there's nothing I can do. No, I don't think there's anything. Yes, there is something I can do. I can blow up.
That's true.
What a 6! This is ridiculous. D3 mortal wounds. 3 more mortal wounds. We're going to take him down. I can't believe this. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, I just... Who needs Hollywood when you've got a 40k? Unbelievable. Murderfang charges in, causes some damage, is slain, but only Endeavoured as duty end, leaves Mortarion with 1 wound remaining, then detonates and picks off the last wound with that explosion. That is the stuff of legend. Unbelievable encounter here that we've seen here on turn 1. Mortarion is slain. That's possibly the quickest he's gone in a game.
I think so, yeah.
Unbelievable. Remove those 2 models from play. Yeah, just we're taking a moment's silence. We've paused for a moment just to contemplate what's happened. That white puff, by the way, is popping smoke during the shooting phase. Just remember to remind you of that one. But unbelievable what we've seen here. 1 Dreadnought surging ahead. Just setting an example here for the rest of the Space Wolves as they push through. Murderfang dishing out potential of about 50 wounds there during that fight phase in total. But Aaron obviously blocking a lot of those with the 4+ invuln save and disgustingly resilient rolls. But it wasn't quite enough. Just about at the very end of the fight phase there with the detonation of that Dreadnought. The Primarch is gone. That is an amazing result here for the Space Wolves. A great way to welcome them back to our battle reports. So, a great example has been set. We'll see if the rest of the Space Wolf army can follow suit with that. Turn is finished. Models removed from play. Points picked up, yes. A hefty amount of points picked up here. With First Blood's been picked up, the Warlord's been slain, and potential some tactical objectives being achieved as well. So yeah, it looks like all 3 cards I think have been achieved here. So Big Game Hunter... Total wounds 18 on him.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just 1 point for that one, but it has been achieved. The Stuff of Sagas, 1 victory point if enemy vehicle or monster is destroyed. If the last wound suffered by that model was inflicted by a friendly Space Wolves character, then D3 for that one. Just the one though, with that roll. And then here is a Fenris. 1 character model did find itself with a niche, so that's 1 point picked up for that. So 3 points picked up there, and then First Blood and the Warlord. So 5 points picked up for the Space Wolves on turn 1. So be happy enough with that result. We'll go on to the first turn of the Death Guard here. We'll see what cards they draw. The main aim of the game is to race ahead and try and achieve tactical objectives. But that Space Wolves in a good position here. They've achieved 3, so 7 left to go. We'll go on to turn 1 for the Death Guard. Right, so turn 1 for the Death Guard. It's far from over yet. Still plenty of events to take place in this game. Cards that have been drawn. Overwhelming firepower. So destroying units in the shooting phase is perfectly doable. Aaron has plenty of firepower available. Defend objective number 1, which is that objective just through there. So the Poxwalkers will head off towards that. Secure objective number 4, which is this objective. So Aaron will pick up points for that as well. So it looks like the Death Guard should be able to catch up to some degree with points this turn, but we'll let Aaron make his moves now with his force. Okay, so movement is complete here for the Death Guard, so just staying on objective number 4, picking up the point for that. Holding objective 2, 2 Plague Burst Crawlers remain stationary. Dim Prince
Just move forward.
Just move forward, so he's poised and ready. So a decent unit in close combat. So movement taking place upstairs here, just the Plague Marines manoeuvring into position. And then the Poxwalkers made an advanced move onto objective number 1. That's movement complete. Bear in mind the Death Guard do have some reserves that can arrive turn 2 onwards, but for now the force that's on the board will fight on. We'll go on to Psychic Phase next. Okay, Demon Prince Smite. Here it comes. There's nothing we can do to stop this here. Doesn't go off there on a 4.
Reroll.
Come on, reroll. Does go off. D3 mortal wounds. Oh, it's 2. Okay, it's 2 Marines brought down. It'll be this squad just here. So we'll take ones from the back. 2 Marines gone. Okay, Malignant Plaguecaster, Miasma of Pestilence is going to go on this front squad of Plague Marines. A 5.
Is it? No, it's a 6.
Doesn't go off, okay.
And then Smite.
It's into the same squad. Okay, going to try and hit these here.
Nope.
No, it's a 3. Okay, so Psychic Phase finished.
That's it. Yes.
Okay, Shooting Phase coming up next. So a fair bit of DACA available here. It's the front squad of Plague Marines. It's going to offload all that it has into everything, even the Blight Launchers.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all going to go into this squad here. I'm just going to try and get rid of this squad that's pushed up the furthest.
First. Yeah.
3s for hits. 3s for wounds. AP minus
Rerolling because it's a
plague weapon.
So 3 weapons.
Okay, well, tanking on regular Marines, try and protect that Terminator. And they tank the hits, but they're slain. 3 more of them brought down. It's just 1 Marine and the Terminator left. So that's 5 casualties in total now. Aaron picking on just 1 unit at the moment, and he's almost wiped them out here.
Yeah, so bolters then?
Bolters next. 3s. And then 4s to wound. They're all wounded. I'll tank these on the Terminator. 2+ armor save. Past that one, just about past that one, and just about past that one on a 2. That's the Terminator's job, just to tank hits with that decent armor save. He's just tucked around there. He's got the twin frost claws there. So Aaron just deciding where to shoot with next. He's got the firepower support at the back with the Plague Burst Crawlers. Just to mention, the end of the previous fight phase of the Space Wolves, we regained a command point. There's a new stratagem called Knowledge of the Foe. If an enemy character is brought down, it's a 0 command point cost stratagem, and you receive a command point for bringing characters down. So Mortarion was slain, and we received a command point for using that stratagem. So back up to 10 command points left here for the Space Wolves at the moment. Okay, yeah, it is going to be the Plague Burst Crawler. It's going to split its firepower. Heavy Slugger is going to go into this weakened unit of Blood Claws. 2 entropy cannons are going to go into the Venerable Dreadnought, and the Mortar is going to try and flush out the Wolfen. Good choice of targets here. So,
Heavy Slugger first.
Slugger.
Misses.
No wound comes through. Okay.
Entropy cannons. That's be 5s.
Yes, 5s for hits.
Rerolling 1 because of the Doom.
It's Dim Prince. Gets the hit. Well done. 3s to wound.
Yep.
It does. We'll try and tank this on our 4+ Blizzard Shield. Oh, just about. It holds. That's the invuln save there. Boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Mortar.
D6 shots. 6. 4s.
Rerolling.
Rerolling 1s again. That's the Demon Prince's job, just to perform guard duty and just to add a bit of a bonus to the firepower. 3 hits come through. 2s to wound.
Reroll 1s because
It's a plague weapon, yeah.
Yep.
It's all wounded. AP -2.
Yeah.
We'll tank them on the invuln saves of the shields then. So, 3+. Failed. I'm going to command reroll that. Passed. So, just whilst I remember, we'll take that command point away. 3+ on the second one. No. So that's D3 damage.
D3 damage.
D3 damage, yeah. See what happens. 3 wounds taken on that model. 5+ to ignore. He's got him. Okay, so he's been slain. And then the last one, we'll do Storm Shield as well. 3+, just about passed. We've lost one of the Thunderhammers and Storm Shields models just there. Yeah, it's going to be a case of rinse and repeat here. So I've tried to hide the Wolfen, but the mortars are good for trying to flush those out. So Heavy Slugger, going to try and pick on this unit again. 2 hits, rerolling 1s.
Okay.
Strength 5, this one, isn't it?
Yep.
3s to wound. And it's -1, so we'll tank it on the regular Marine. So 4+ to keep him alive. He does survive, then he dies. He don't last long in 40k. So he's removed from play. That's 6 casualties in total. But the Terminator lives. And then
2 entropy cannons.
I could play Lone Wolf here. I've got a lone model now, which I could turn into a Lone Wolf. We'll check that stratagem, see what it says. Might be able to create another hero here out of the midst of this battle. So it's the end of the phase. We've got to wait. Aaron may still be able to pick him off. 2 entropy shots, yeah, into the Dreadnought here. Rerolling 1s has proved very useful. God, 2 hits come through.
No.
Oh no, -1 because of the smoke.
3, yeah.
The wind makes it through. So Blizzard Shield held again. Okay, he's tanking the hits.
D6 on the mortar.
5 shots. Oh, going after the Wolfen here.
That's 4s, rerolling 1s. That's 3 again.
So in hindsight, they could have been mightily effective against Mortarion, but they're over here at the moment.
Okay, that is 2.
2 wounds come through. Got to go for the Storm Shield again. So 3+ invuln save. Can't re-roll this. Makes it. And passes. 2 6s being rolled here. The shields hold. Storm Shield's very helpful for trying to keep Space Wolf units alive. Yeah, I'm just going to try and kill this Terminator here. So it's the next squad of Plague Marines. They can all see him.
Okay, so bolters first.
Bolter shots.
2.
2 wounds come through. 2 up armor save. 2 2s. Terminator armor holds. I'm liking the idea of burying Terminator models inside units. It's paying off quite well at the moment.
Okay, so light launchers.
Blight launchers may well be able to finish him off though. 3s to wound.
Reroll 1s.
You reroll that one. It's made it -2, so 4 up. Just about. Oh, a sigh of despair from Aaron. Oh dear. Okay. Next unit. 1 unit left at the back. Yeah, just 2 models can see through to the infantry models down here. So
So we got the front.
it's going to go into the Terminator.
Hit. Wound.
Wounds. 2 up. Passed on another 6 being rolled.
Okay, and the second guy is a hit. And wound.
It's a wound. And this is on this squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll take it on a Terminator model. Passed. Another 6. Keep rolling 6s here. Okay, shooting phase is finished. Okay, complete. 1 squad almost wiped out just here. And one of the Wolfen models brought down. We'll go on to charges. Any charges to take place?
No.
No charges at all here. So we'll leave the turn as it stands. The problem with morale here. We'll think about what to do. I could auto pass for 2 command points. Starting to burn through the command points here. Is it worth keeping that Terminator model alive? And it may well be worth turning him into a Lone Wolf as well. Alright, so turn finished. I did pay the points for Lone Wolf. 1 command point, and then discussing the way the rules work here, I reckon his parent unit still took the casualties there, so I played Insane Bravery, auto pass morale for him, so another 2 command points spent. But he's now a lone wolf, so he's gained 2 wounds, and now gains the character keyword, and he's rerolling failed hit and wound rolls. Not too bad. There's 2 attacks for him, extra 1 on the charge for Space Marines, extra 1 on the charge for Berserk charge being a Blood Claw, and then an extra attack also for having the claws, the 2 claws as well. So nasty enough. We'll see what kind of deeds of legend he can perform in this fight. Turn's finished. Aaron has completed this tactical objective. So 1 point picked up for secure objective number 4. Big Game Hunter.
Overwhelming fire.
Overwhelming firepower has been dumped. And then Aaron's going to keep a hold of defend objective number 1, which is halfway through completing, holding on to that with the Boxwalkers. We'll go now on to the second turn for the Space Wolves as the line pushes forwards. Okay, so movement phase here for the Space Wolves on their second turn. Cards that have been drawn. Secure objective number 4. Aaron will point that one out. It's the one... Oh, it's down here. Yeah, it's a chance to try and go for that one to try and clear away the Poxwalkers. Defend objective number 2. That's the one we want Aaron to point out. It's right over there in the corner. It's nicely defended by his force. So that may well be a card that we drop. And then defend objective number 6, which is this objective just here. So Terminators, they're heading over in this direction, but maintaining their on objective number 6. Then this squad hasn't moved at all on objective number 3. Bjorn the Fell-Handed shifted across to grant reroll 1s and just a bit of sentinel duty of him, just aware of the deep strikers that can arrive that Aaron has. Trying to use this terrain to shield the Venerable Dreadnought. It's moved across just to there. Then the Lone Wolf, the character's pushed up to the base of this building. These squads have all pushed forwards. An advance move made by Ulrich the Slayer, just for his buffs and bonuses to go off if these units charge into close combat. Then the Wolves have pushed forwards. The 2 units of Thunderwolf Cavalry just over an inch away from the Poxwalkers. So too is the new Thunderwolf Lord. There, Canis Wolfborn just behind, and then the Fenrisian Wolves moving around to the right-hand side. An advance move made by the Wolfen. I need to push forwards and do something with them. I was going to get picked on each turn by those mortars. Then across there, pushing through 6 inches with this unit of Blood Claws. They're now starting to move on top of the Admech terrain. There's plenty of options for the Space Wolves at this point. They're putting most of their effort into this frontal attack and hope to contact some of these units here in close combat. We've gone to shooting phase for the Wolves next. So we'll start off with Bjorn the Fell-Handed. He did moves. It's going to be 3s to hit. We'll go into the Plague Burst Crawler, just over there. So 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. 2 hits come through. 3s to wound, strength 9. They're both wounded. AP -4 on tactical... Well, AP -3 on tactical doctrine at the moment for the Space Wolves.
5 ups. Nope.
No. All of a sudden, 2d6 damage. Oh, come on. 11. That's ridiculous. Okay. Another test here of Aaron's disgustingly resilient rock. Yeah, that's pretty good. Amazing roll.
Okay. So
it should be 11 wounds, but only 5 have made it through. Way, way, way above average. But 5 wounds caused here. This is a character Dreadnought, so there's no return fire against him. Just picking off wounds with his twin las cannon. Okay, Grey Hunters next. It's tactical doctrine. Going to try and take as much advantage as possible from our AP -1 on the bolters, just to try and flush out some of these Plague Marines. So we're going to fire all the bolter shots and storm bolter first, then we're going to supercharge with the plasma gun into that front squad. So let's drop dice. 3s to hit. Rerolling 1s, so Bjorn nearby. Okay, it's not bad. 5s to wound though, isn't it? Toughness 5. Yeah, 5s. And that's not bad. Yeah, 4 have made it through. AP -1s. 3 up armor saves for being in cover.
Passed one.
All passed. Okay, so 0 impact. Plasma gun, supercharging. Has missed. Okay, so 0 impact from that squad. So the other squad, the Terminator's just out of range. You had to stretch that objective. So 4 bolter shots going into the same target. Hit 3 of them. 5s to wound. 1 wound comes through. AP -1.
No,
the armor's holding it. Very good. It's tough there in cover. As soon as Marines get in cover, 2 up armor saves. Very good. 1 plasma gun shot. That will supercharge. Oh boy. It's hit. That's the reroll coming from Bjorn. And the wound comes through. AP -3. No, okay. 2 damage. So 2 disgusting rolls to make. Almost passed. Right, finally, 1 Plague Marine brought down. It's going to fire the Heavy Flamer from the Dreadnought here, up against the same squad. 6 also hits. Strength 5, Toughness 5. 3 wounds come through. AP -1. Passed them all again. Well done. This squad, they've moved. Bolt pistols, and there's a Storm Bolter on the Terminator as well. 10 shots. Same squad. No rerolls available. 5s to wound. 1 save. A 2+ now.
Saved.
Okay, saved. So I should have done the Storm Bolter different because that's AP -1, but Aaron's rolled a 4 anyway, so it doesn't matter. We'll keep that result. Here, pistols will fire upstairs. I'm going to chuck a crack grenade first, which does hit. Does wound. AP -1 on this one. Passes on a 5, and then we have 3 6 pistols left. Just bolt pistols being fired here. They've all hit. 2 wounds, 2 up armor saves here for being in cover. Passed again. It's going to take close combat to try and flush out these Plague Marines here. So Thunderwolf Cavalry will chuck frag grenades from the 2 units. So we'll roll them both together. 2d6 shots. So 7. 3s to hit, rerolling 1s for the Wolf Lord nearby. And then 4s to wound, rerolling 1s for Canis Wolfborn nearby. No, okay, so no impact from them. The Wolf Lord will throw a frag grenade. 3 shots, 2s to hit, 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s for Canis Wolfborn nearby, just the 1. Disgusting roll, which is passed. Canis Wolfborn, frag grenade from him. 4 shots. 3s. Yeah, just double check that. I knew he was useless for shooting. Trying to throw a grenade with his claws. It's understandable. It's 5s for hits, so I do get 2 hits. 4s to wound, nothing. 0. Rerolling 1s, hang on. Yes, 1 comes through. 5+. Surely can bring one of these Poxwalkers. Now he's rolled another 6. We've not been able to kill any of them. 5 power, just looking across the board. I think it's complete. Not too bad. No, hang on. Awful. We've brought down 1 Plague Marine. No, it's been terrible from the Space Wolves. Close combat it needs to be. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. There's loads of charges to take place here. Plenty of options for the Space Wolves in close combat. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Right, so charges taking place. Loads of charges occurring across the board here. So Poxwalkers have been swamped. There's no room for Canis Wolfborn. He's had to sit where he is. But the 2 units of Thunderwolf Cavalry have gone in. The Wolf Lord's gone in. The Wolves here have gone in. This unit of Infantry have gone in as well. The Blood Claws have charged in. This unit of Blood Claws partially up the building and have made contact. So too is the Lone Wolf, the hero characters just there. The Wolfmen have charged in, contacting this unit and this unit of Plague Marines as well. And they rolled an 11 for this squad that was over there. They've charged in and contacted these 2 squads here. So all the Plague Marines upstairs have been contacted by Space Wolves units. We'll go into combat resolution next. I think we need to fight with the Lord first. He needs to slay 5 enemy models, and when he does so, he then unlocks his Deed of Legend and is able to give some buffs to other units nearby. Okay, so actually going to attack the Wolfen first of all, just in case Aaron interrupts play, but we'll fight with those. So no consolidation to make here. We've got 1 model, the squad leader, in contact with the Plague Marines here. 2 of them have made it upstairs against the other squad, and this one's just maintaining coherency at the base of the building, unable to pile in 3 inches. It's a 5-inch move to get to the top of the platform there. So squad leader, 4 attacks for him, I reckon. Space Marines on the charge, extra attack. There, and then the Frost Claws, an extra attack for having 2 of them. So we'll put these attacks into this squad just here. So 2s for hits, no re-rolls of any kind available nearby, and 3s to wound. It's strength 6. Starts at strength 5 for wolf, and then +1 to the wound rolls for frost claws. So 3s to wound. They've all wounded. AP -2 coming through here. It's still on tactical doctrine at this stage. So AP -2.
That is 4.
4, yeah, and then just it's damage 1. Yeah.
Okay.
5 pluses.
Nope, haven't saved any of them.
Okay. Ouch. I think that's squad gone. Yes, squad of 5. There's 1 casualty already taken, so 4 models removed from play. Right, so next models here, there's one with a great axe. So 5 attacks in total, 3 attacks for the model, charging for Space Marines, and then an extra attack you get with the axe as well, the Great Frost Axe. 2s for hits. It's going to be strength 8, so 3s to wound. They're all wounded. This one is AP -3 and D3 damage, so 6s to block here.
No blocks.
No blocks coming through. The first model takes a wound.
Yep.
Next one takes 2 wounds. Double 5, well done. The next one takes a wound.
Yep.
And then the last one is a wound.
Yep.
No, okay, so 3 models slain, yep. Last one with a Thunderhammer, 3 attacks, +1 on the charge. 3s to hit, because it's -1 to the hit rolls. They've all hit. And then it's going to be 2s to wound, because it's strength 10. It's 2 1s, but 2 make it through. AP -3, so 2 6-ups.
Yep.
No, it's 3 damage a time with the Thunderhammer, so...
This guy's dead.
And then this could be...
This guy's dead.
Gone, okay. Another squad wiped out here. Space Wolves making short work of the Plague Marines here, hacking them down without mercy. That is the Wolfen finish to make a consolidation move with them. Alright, so just as we line up to attack across here, Aaron's going to interrupt play. Hateful Assault, you've been charged, you still get it though. Yeah, okay, so
11 attacks. 11
attacks. Aaron's going to put them into the charging unit here of Blood Claws. 4s to wound.
4.
4 make it through. I'll tank these on the Terminator. This is his job. 2+. First one. No, he's taking a wound. Which, oh boy. Oh, come on, reroll this one. It's passed. Passed, and the last one. Passed on a 2. That's just doing his job. It's cost us a command point, but no casualties coming through on that squad. Okay, we're going to attack back with this squad. So, I reckon that's all the attacks they get. 6 models, Berserk charge, chainswords, and then Space Marines on the charge as well. So 24 attacks with these 6 models here. 2s to hit. No kind of rerolls available here. Yeah, so I've rolled up the attacks. I thought I might have got an extra 6 attacks for the Curse of the Wolfen ability. We don't, because we found ourselves within range of the Hunt ability there, rerolling charges, so we don't get the extra attacks. So that's the hits that have come through on 2s. This is just with chainswords. 5s to win though. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot have made it through. 9 wounds, no minus at all, so 3+ armor saves. So
1.
a very good roll, and then a 5+.
5+, no. 1
Yeah, chainsword struggling here. We'll go next for the Wolfguard Terminator squad leader here. So 2 attacks, 1 on the charge, 1 for his weapons, and 1 for Berserk charge as well. 2s to hit, like so. 5s to wound. These are Frost Claws actually, so it's 4s to wound, and then it's rerollable. Yeah, 3 have made it through, AP -2. Past 1, and then 5+. Disgustingly resilient. Okay, 2 brought down. So that's that resolved on top. Plague Marines have been wiped out here, just 2 left from this squad at the end. So that's the fighting on top complete. This unit now finds itself redundant. There is the Malignant Plaguecaster just there, but didn't declare against him, so we can't fight against him with this squad. They're just going to have to sit where they are. So next will be the combat against the doomed Poxwalkers sitting on objective number 4. So Wolflord here, I'll fight with him first. I'm going to try and slay 5 models just to unlock his Deed of Legend. 4 attack space Marines on the charge. He's got the Wolfenstone Relic, and then he has his Warlord trait as well, which is a +1 attack on the charge also. So 7 attacks. -1 to hit for Thunderhammer, +1 to hit for Space Wolves. It's 2s to hit and re-rolling 1s. So all 7 hits, 2s to wound, re-rolling wounds of 1 for Canis Wolfborn nearby. They've all made it through, so 7, and it's damage 3 each time. So it's rolls of 3 dice being rolled at a time, needing 5s and 6s.
1 dead. 2.
No, blocked. Double 6 and a 5. Well done.
2 dead. Nearly. 3 dead.
Okay, 3 dead.
4 dead.
4, 5, and the last one. Almost blocked that. No, 6 brought down. So he's fulfilled his deed now. That means other Space Wolves units within 6 inches get +1 attack. So next unit to fight, Thunderwolf Cavalry just here. It's the closest unit. There's going to be a number of bonuses stacking up here. So chainswords on 2 of the models. 2 attacks to start off with. Space Marines on the charge is an extra 1. The Wolfenstone nearby, and now the Deed of Legend Saga of the Wolfkin grants an extra attack as well. So 5 attacks, and chainsword as well. 6 attacks each. There's 2 of them equipped that way, so 12 attacks for those 2 models. They'll be on 2s to hit. Rerolling 1s. Strength 4. So 3s to wound, rerolling 1s for Canis Wolfborn nearby. Hasn't helped. So 7 disgusting resilient rolls to make.
Okay.
So 4 casualties in total, and then the power axe on the squad leader. Base of 3 attacks for him. On the charge, Wolfenstone, and then Saga of the Wolfkin. So 6 attacks. 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. 3s to wound, rerolling 1s. They've all wounded. Another 6 have made it through with the axe. 5s, none. And looks like they've wiped out the squad. Space Wolves are frightening, I would say. If they're able to stack up their bonuses, it's just with relics, Warlord traits, the new rules now for Space Marines with extra attacks on the charge and so on. It's nasty enough here, just a saturation of attacks coming through, and it's overwhelmed the Poxwalkers very quickly, and also the Plague Marines up on top of the Admech terrain. A little bit of consolidation to make with these as they push on to objective number 4, and I think that's the assault phase finished. So, devastating enough here from the Space Wolves as they launch the 2nd phase of their attack, pushing through. Turn's finished. No morale. There's morale at the top here. They're probably going to pass. 3 casualties taken, and sort of 5 becomes 8. They're fine, so they're okay. So morale's not going to be a problem. End of turn then. Secure objective number 4. Miles. Yes, we have picked that one up. Defend 2. That's the one which will dump. It's over in the far corner, and then defend objective number 6 will start that process. Aaron may well want to try and interrupt that as he brings in his reserves.
Yeah, I've got defend 1.
Yes, well done. Yeah, defend 1. 2 points picked up here. Poxwalkers quietly. They've been ignored here during the fight. They managed to secure 2 victory points for the Death Guard. Turn's finished. Cards are traded in. We'll go on to the 2nd turn now for the Death Guard. Difficult situation before them here. Space Wolves closing in, causing casualties, ripping through their line. But Aaron does have some pretty potent reserves to bring in. He'll draw fresh cards and then make a decision of what to do with the forces that remain and the reserves that will probably turn up this turn. Turn 2 coming up next for the forces of chaos. Right, so cards here. Aaron's just going to call them out for us. Secure 3.
Secure 3.
This one. So hence the Deep Striker's Landing, and then
Assassinate.
kill a character. Okay.
And death begets life, so 1 victory point for every 7.
7 models slain. Okay, all quite doable here. Death Guard aren't out of this fight. They are reeling from the shock of turn 1. That's definitely had an impact on the following turns for sure, but they're still fighting on and preparing to try and cause as much damage as possible against the Space Wolves and trying to keep up with the objectives being achieved here. And Aaron stands a chance of picking up some more this turn. Death Shroud. Yep. Terminators have arrived here, just over 9 inches away, going to go after that objective. If they do make it into close combat, they'll cause real trouble for the Terminators here. Lord of Contagions turned up at the back, again just over 9 inches away from this objective. If he causes trouble, that will block the Space Wolves from achieving that card. And then Typhus has turned up at the back as well. Looks like he's going to go after Canis Wolfborn. So Space Wolves now need to look over their shoulder. The Death Guard, some of their elite units have turned up at the rear. And then around here, we'll go around the other side and see Aaron's reaction to the Space Wolves assault. It has been rapid from the Space Wolves. Their infantry on foot were across here at the start of the game, and some of them have reached all the way across on top of the upper level. So maintaining close combat here against this squad is going to focus in on the Wolfen here. So the Demon Prince has moved through, and he'll be able to go up because he's got wings. Yeah, he'll be fine. Malignant Plaguecaster's just there, holding position with the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. Poxwalkers spreading out to provide a screen and going to hold on to objective number 2. And this unit, Poxwalkers, holding on to objective number 1. Not too much can be done about this. This is a problem here. This cluster of Thunderwolf Cavalry and the Wolf Lord, the infantry units as well, currently on objective number 4, but they're quick. They could move down here quite quickly. But Death Guard stretched here to try and contain the Space Wolves at this point in the game. We'll go on to Psychic Phase for them next. Right, so Smite here, Malignant Plaguecaster. It's going into the Wolfen. Aaron's positioned the model so the Wolfen are the closest.
Does go off.
Goes off. There is a stratagem, potentially. I can try and manifest a psychic power, or try and block a psychic power. But we'll let it go. We'll leave it. We're running low on command points here. A mortal wound caused. It's thinking about a command reroll here. It's got plenty. It's about 10 left.
No, I'll leave it for now.
5 plus to ignore? No. All right, so 1 wound taken on one of the Wolfen models. So put the wound on the squad leader. Putrescent Vitality on the Demon Prince coming up next.
Goes off.
Goes off, so that's been activated. Okay. Typhus gets a psychic power, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he's available.
The Demon Prince is going to smite into them.
Yep, here comes another smite. And again, this is the Wolfen here. That does go off just about on a 6, yeah. Okay, so the wounds coming through. It will be 2 wounds this time. I'm going to lose the squad leader here unless we roll 2 5 pluses. Almost, but no. Squad leader's gone, so he's been brought down. Next, Plague Wind from Typhus into this squad just here.
That fails.
Okay, that's a 3 rolled.
Blades of Putrefaction on himself.
Yep. Almost parried again. Another 3 rolled just there. Okay. Psychic Phase finished. Shooting Phase. Still some firepower left, especially with the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. Okay, so we're on Shooting Phase here. Pistol shot, no wound. Armor save passed on the Blood Claws just there. These don't have bolt pistols, so no shooting in combat for them. Really, it's just the 2 Plague Burst Crawlers at the back with their firepower. So which one was it? This one?
Front one.
That one? Okay, so Heavy Slugger's going to go into this squad. They're not getting cover because the whole squad's not inside the terrain. The Mortar and Entropy Cannons are going to go into this squad of 3 Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Okay, so Slugger first.
4s, they didn't move.
2
wounds coming through. AP -1. So we will take 4 plus armor saves. Fab 1. Okay, so one of the wolves brought down from this squad. Okay.
2 entropy cannons. 2 hits.
2 hits, yeah, on the Thunderwolf Cavalry. 2's to wound.
2
yeah.
Wounds,
3 plus invuln saves. So the first one, pass. This is the shields here, holding. tanking the hits on the storm shields.
Mortar. 5.
5 shots. Forced to hit. It's good shooting. The shots are coming in. 2s to wound. What strength is this? Strength 8? Yeah, I think this could be 3s to wound here because we're toughness 5 with Thunderwolf Cavalry. Yeah, so that's going to be rerolled anyway.
Yep.
They've all made it through. 3 plus in 1 saves. Here we go. First one. No. So I'm going to command reroll that one. Paid the command point. Still failed. Damage of D3. 1 wound caused. 3 plus. Passed. Fouled. Nothing I can do about it. Got him. And then 3 plus passed. Alright, so 1 model slain in total. We'll take this one here. So Aaron's going to repeat the same process. The Invuln saves are frustrating here against the Space Wolves, but there's not too much that can be done. The Venerable Dreadnought hid himself behind the terrain, so it's been difficult to target here.
No heavy slugger. 2 hits.
3s to wound. 4 up save. No, okay, another marine brought down, so 2 casualties now on them.
Becomes 1 hit.
3s to wound, strength 9, toughness.
We'll reroll this.
This is a hit roll, yeah. Got the hit, well done. Yeah, Aaron's got plenty of command points, got 9 left. 2 wounds, yep. 3 plus Invuln. Just about. Just drive you mad, wouldn't it? Okay.
Mortar.
I think you found something just as annoying as your disgustingly resilient rolls. Space Wolf Storm Shield rolls. 1 shot with the mortar. Oh, no.
Yeah, it does hit.
3s to wound.
No. Reroll because of plague weapon.
And a 3 plus just to drive you mad. No, it's a 3. God dear. Oh boy. Any Space Wolf players here, or you want to start collecting Space Wolves, the Storm Shield is your friend for sure. And that marks the end of the shooting phase. Right, so minimal damage, really struggling to get the wounds coming through. The firepower's okay, but the Invuln saves here from some of the Space Wolves units proving difficult to get past. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch. Aaron has a good selection here. Charges potentially here, here and here. See if any of those make it in. It's quite a stretch, 9 inches, but we'll see what happens. And then the Demon Prince as well, looking for revenge as well. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. Right, so charges taking place. It's been a frustrating game here for the Death Guard. Failed to make that charge, no damage in Overwatch. Then failed with this one, took a wound from Overwatch, and then failed with Typhus as well. So tragic here. Potentially could have really caused trouble at the back, but all 3 of those charges it's not going through. Difficult. 9-inch charge is hard to make. 3 chances, but they haven't materialised here. Demon Prince and the Malignant Plaguecaster, they've charged in. Both of them going in against the Wolfen to try and bring them down. So combat's to resolve across here. 6-inch Heroic Intervention, we then move the Lone Wolf model in here to try and further his heroic quest here in this game. We'll go on to combat resolution. Aaron will pick a combat and fight first. Right, Steam Prince is going to fight. We could drive Aaron mad with our 3 plus Invuln save. We do have 1 Storm Shield left in the squad. We'll see what happens.
So 8 attacks for the Demon Prince?
Yep. Here he comes.
2s all hit.
They've all hit. No death to the False Emperor, but they've all hit. Strength, probably 3s to wound.
7.
Yeah, 3s to wound.
Okay. 4.
4 have made it through. So naturally we're going to start tanking these on our Storm Shield.
We'll reroll 1 actually.
Here comes an extra one.
No.
No, alright, so, yeah. 3 plus. Yes. And again. Yes. And again. Yep. And the last one. Yep. 3 6s and a 3. Blocked. Tanked on the Storm Shield. It's not going to be unit of the game in this battle. It's going to be war gear of the game. Storm Shield has really helped preserve the Space Wolves here. Okay, so that's that combat done. The Malignant Plaguecaster can fight. He charged.
You interrupting at all?
No, I'm not going to try. We'll let him fight. We'll try and tank his damage as it comes through.
So 3 attacks, 4 attacks. Okay. Hit on 3s, rerolling 1s for the Demon Prince.
Yeah. That's 3 6s in there. That's F to the False Emperor.
Okay.
He's plastered the wolf in here with extra attacks.
Strength 6.
3s to wound.
Okay, that's 4 wounds at -1.
Okay. 4 wounds at -1. Damages.
D3.
Oh. Could be trouble here for the Wolfen. Alright, well, we'll just have to tank it on the Storm Shield. I think it's the logical choice. 3+. Come on, reroll. 3+. Yep. Okay. We've got 3 command points left. 3+. Yep. 3+. Yep. On a 6. And then the last one. So it's a 1. So if 1's got through, damage of D3. It's just the 1 wound and a 5+ to ignore. Surely not. It's a 6. That's it. Cheerio, Aaron's. He's gone. He's left the. Oh no! I don't know what to say. It's the dice. It's not my fault. I just roll them. Oh dear, headache. Bad day at the office here for the Death Guard. Ouch. All right. So we'll fight back here. We've got a character that's pushed into close combat, and then the wolf to fight back as well. So 4 attacks with the Thunderhammer, the guy with the Storm Shield. They've all hit, I think. We'll just check if we get the bonus if we are charged. I think we do. Yeah, we do get it. It's if we charge, we are charged, or if there is a heroic intervention. So they've all hit. Toughness on him, it's going to be 3s to wound.
It's going to be toughness 7.
Yeah, he's fine. 3s to wound. 3 have wounded here. And I've command rerolled already. So invuln saves here on the Demon Prince. 4+.
1 goes through.
Okay, damage 3.
Okay.
He's going to survive here. Should be alright. And
3 wounds taken.
3 wounds taken. He's an 8 wound model, I believe. Yep.
That's good.
There is 1 axe nearby, so 3 attacks. We were charged. You get an extra attack for the axe as well. 2s. Nothing we can do about that. And then 3s to wound. Yes, I checked the rules here. I think you just get an extra attack for the axe. I think that's the only bonus you get. Yes, just clarifying the rules there. We randomised the results. Still 3 wounds have come through, but I had to deduct one of the attacks away because you only get that bonus for the axe if you charge. We were charged, so don't get it. I randomised the result, and it was one of the dice that failed to wound was the extra attack. So that's all sorted out. 3 wounds come through, so invuln saves required here.
Just 1.
2. Okay, so D3. 3 wounds in total. Disgusting roll.
Yep.
No, 3 more wounds taken. Okay, not quite enough to bring the Demon Prince down, but he's taken some heavy damage. Right, so now these attacks are coming from the Lone Wolf. 2 attacks base, 1 for weapons, 1 for being charged. We don't get Berserk charge because we didn't charge, so 2s. 3 hits. 3s to wound. With Frost Claws, yeah. AP -2. So 5s.
Saves 1.
And then 5s again. No, okay, 2 wounds taken on the Malignant Platecaster. Okay, so turn's almost finished. I'm going to play Honour the Chapter. I'm going to blow my last 3 command points. There's the possibility of gaining some back for destroying characters. There's 2 characters up there. I'm going to fight again with the Wolfen to try and finish off the Demon Prince and the Malignant Platecaster and try and punch a further hole deeper into the Death Guard territory there. So Honour Chapter's being played. So we'll go for the axe onto the Malignant Platecaster first of all. So 3 attacks base, +1 for being charged. 2s. And then 3s to wound. Yeah, 2 wounds come through. -3. 6s.
6s, nope.
2d3 damage. 6 wounds caused. Ouch. 5+. No, he's gone. Just about. Aaron passed 3. Malignant Platecaster is gone. So I'll play that stratagem where I get a command point back straight away. So just add that back on. I think I can only play that once per phase though. Yeah, so we'll just get 1 command point back for that. Now we'll try and finish off the Demon Prince if possible. 3 attacks with the Thunderhammer, +1 for being charged. threes for hits. God dear. Threes to wound. The wound does come through. Here it comes. Invuln save. Passed on a 6. The imprint survives. Well done. Okay, so he will live there, but the malignant playcaster can be brought down. So a little bit out of sync. We forgot about this combat here. Aaron would go first, so his Marines can fight here.
Reroll once as the demon prince. 2 hits.
Yeah. And there's a Death to the False Emperor in there as well. So.
Okay, that's a hit and a wound. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. And that one, it's not a plague dagger, is it?
It is, it's a plague.
Yeah. Doesn't wound, okay. We'll tank it on the Terminator. That's the job, so 3 or 2 plus, yep, and a 2 plus, yeah. So protecting the regular Marines. Then we'll fight back here with the Blood Claws. So I'll fight the squad leader first of all. 2 attacks. This is the Terminator, where you +1 for weapons. That's it. It's ongoing, so it's back to 3s now, isn't it? So 2 hits and rerollable for the Frost Claws. 1 wound comes through. -2.
Field.
5 plus. No, so 1 model left to go. The regular Marines with their chainswords, there is 6 of them. Like so. And then chainswords. Back to 3s to hit now. No kind of rerolls available. 5s to wound. We might be able to pick off this last model here. 3 saves of 3 plus. God, 444. Well done. Okay, so the last Plague Marine lives. Okay, so all combat's resolved. We've since done morale, all passed. Casualties were low. So that's finished. We'll trade in defend objective number 6. Picked up for the Space Wolves. That's our 5th card being completed. And any cards to trade in? None picked up. Any to discard?
Death Begets Life. I'll get rid of that.
Okay, so that one's going to go. Aaron can draw a fresh card next turn. Space Wolves, they have the game by the scruff of the neck at the moment. These foul charges around here are quite significant. Lets the Space Wolves now react to the Death Guard assault, and their attack pushing in this direction is continuing to do well. We're going to the 3rd turn now, sort of reaching the middle stage of the game as this Space Wolf attack makes progress. We're going to turn 3 for the Imperium next. Okay, so on turn 3 here for the Space Wolves. Cards draw mission critical objective, and the objective is number 5, which is that one just there. It's blood and guts, so it suits the Space Wolves very well. It's destroying stuff in close combat. And then Kingslayer. Mortarion is dead, so we will roll a 2. Okay, we rolled a 3, but it's 2 victory points for that one. But Space Wolves look set to push towards this 10 objective target here. We'll press on with our movement. There's reaction in every sector of the table now. We need to try and deal with these deep strikers that have arrived and push on with our assault in this direction. Okay, so movement complete for the Space Wolves here on turn 3. So we've shifted on to Assault Doctrine now, so chainswords and so on. AP -1, just a little bit more bite to it. Savage Fury comes into effect as well. Any 6s to hit, unmodified 6s to hit in close combat generates extra hits as well. So we're going to push forwards with this squad. The Iron Priest, and then we've turned around with the Venerable Dreadnought. We're all going to try and go after the Death Shroud Terminators. 8-inch move with this Dreadnought here. Bjorn the Fell-Handed going to go after the Lord of Contagion, who's just around here, and this squad's going to go after him as well. The damaged Thunderwolf Cavalry squad has turned around. Canis Wolfborn, they're going to go after Typhus, and then the rest of the Space Wolves pushing through in this direction. So it's quite a sizable assault pushing through. Fenrisian Wolves moving up, the Wolf Lord, the fresh squad of Thunderwolf Cavalry, and then 2 squads of Blood Claws pushing through here, and then an advanced roll made by Ulrich the Slayer as well. Getting ready to join the close combat here with the Lone Wolf character. Ongoing melee just here against the Plague Marine, and ongoing melee with the Wolfen against the Demon Prince. That's movement done for the Space Wolves. They've spread out, fanned out in all directions to take on the Death Guard wherever they are on the board. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Alright, so shooting phase is complete here for the Space Wolves. One of the Death Shroud Terminators brought down. It's firepower from here, Heavy Flamer. Hellfrost pistol, but the model was finally removed from play by a laser cannon shot coming through here from Bjorn the Fell-Handed. Firepower coming from this squad. Crack grenade was thrown, storm bolter on the Terminator, bolters, rapid firing and supercharging with the plasma gun. A total now of 4 wounds on the Lord of Contagion, and then a crack grenade thrown by Canis Wolfborn, missed against Typhus. Firepower across here, bolt pistols from this squad caused no damage against the lone Plague Marine, and then we didn't fire any of the models across here against the Poxwalkers, just wanting to keep the closest possible charge range, didn't want to bring any models down. Shooting phase is finished. We'll go on to charges and Overwatch next. There's a lot of potential charges, a cluster of charges around here, across here, and across here as the Space Wolves react, and then their main attack as well. Multiple charges to take place also. We'll go on to charges and resolve Overwatch next. Alright, so charges on turn 3 for the Space Wolves. Almost all the units have charged in here. Iron Priest didn't make it in. Charged first with the Dreadnought, he made it in, then this squad's made it into close combat, no damage from Overwatch. Across here, Lord of Contagion has been contacted by this squad of Grey Hunters, and then also Bjorn the Fell-Handed as well. Across the other side, Canis Wolfborn charged in, and so too have the Thunderwolf Cavalry. And then in the assault across here, you can see the Thunderwolf Cavalry have made it in, the Wolf Lords made it in, rolled a 12 for their charge, so they've headed around in this direction. And then across here, the 2 units of Blood Claws, a very low distance charge for these, so they've only made it to there. 10 inch for this squad, so they've gone right up in this direction. So charge is complete across there, and then here the Lone Wolves charged in against the Demon Prince. So the vast majority of the Space Wolves army is in close combat here, stretched all across this battlefield. We're going to combat resolution. Aaron has 6 command points left, so Space Wolves need to choose their first unit to fight with wisely, because Aaron will probably try to interrupt play here. We're going to combat resolution next. Alright, so we've chosen to fight first with... I'd love to have attacked first with the Wolfen, but they haven't charged this turn, so Aaron may interrupt play. He's got loads of choices, characters spread all across the board here. But we're going to fight first with Bjorn the Fell-Handed. He's just fighting against the Lord of Contagion. So 5 attacks for him. Space Marines on the charge is 6 attacks. So here we go. 2s to hit. They've all hit. Savage Fury pops an extra hit coming through, so on 7 hits. Toughness
5.
2s to wound, and it's re-rollable here at strength 12. Okay, 6 wounds to come through. It's AP -4, AP -5 for Assault Doctrine active.
4 ups.
In 1 saves.
No, 4.
4 make it through. 4d6 damage. I think the Lord of Contagion is going to be brought down. Say so. He's long gone here. 16. Aaron's going to roll a few dice. Now he's gone. Okay, removed from play. Separating plate. Okay, resolved it off camera. We reckon Bjorn does get the 5+ feel no pain for mortal wounds coming through. It's just if you lose a wound. So the wound's been lost. However it's been lost, whether it's through a mortal wound or a regular wound, that wound has been removed, and so I rolled up, didn't get a 5+, so 1 mortal wound caused. That was from the separating plate, but target destroyed. The Lord of Contagion has been brought down. So Bjorn the Fell-Handed swings around 3 inches back in that direction onto objective number 6. So interrupt. It's going to be with Typhus. Aaron's pointing to that model, so here it comes.
4 attacks +1 for hitful assault.
So it's going into Canis Wolfborn. Okay. Okay, here we go.
So 2s.
Oh, I get a command point back. I'll play that stratagem. Yeah, so just picked up another one. There's 2 there for the Space Wolves.
Right, so he hits on 2s. I'm going to reroll one of these.
Yep.
Okay. And then it is going to be strength 7.
3s to wound.
So that's 3 wounds.
3 make it through.
And
Yep.
-3.
6 ups. No.
3 flat 3 damage.
Oh, right. Take him off. Canis is dead. That was pretty swift. Bit of revenge there. Canis Wolfborn, the stand-in unit here for the Space Wolves list, has been destroyed very, very quickly by Typhus. Okay, so a fight against Typhus. We're going to play one of the new stratagems for the Space Wolves. Death Grip Bite, it's called. The crushing teeth and claws attacks will come through at damage 2. Going to try and see if we can possibly bring him down. It's going to be difficult there for the 2 Thunderwolf cavalrymen, but we'll give it a go. So we have to wait for that. We have to do our regular attacks. So we've got the squad leader with 3 attacks, who's charged, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. I was just looking around for extra bonuses, but that's it with him. So this is with a power axe. 2s to hit. With strength 4 plus 1, strength 5, so 4s to wound. And 2 wounds come through, -2, so 4 ups. And 5 plus to ignore.
Nope.
Okay, 1 wound caused so far. Then the cavalryman with the chainsword. 2 attacks for him. Chainsword and then charged. So 2s to hit. And 5s to wound. 1 wound comes through. Passed. Now we go for the savage teeth and claws. 3 attacks per mount. 2s to hit. And that's it. No extras there for savage fury. And then it's going to be 4s to wound. Just the 2 make it through. -2 here, so 4 pluses. Darren's passed both. Well done. Typhus, tough enough. Just 1 wound taken. Very much alive at this stage. So everything's been resolved around here. We'll head down this direction now and fight against the Death Shroud Terminators. Okay, so we'll fight here with the Venerable Dreadnought. 4 attacks and then +1 on attack here. Savage Fury. 6s to pop extra hits. It's unmodified, so we're going to get that, even though we're going to go for cleave here. So it's -1 to hit rolls, +1 to hit rolls for charging, so 2s. Savage Fury generates an extra hit. And that is that. And then toughness.
5 again.
2s to wound. All wounded except 1. And it's a big AP minus, but Aaron will take his invuln saves here. On 5 dice.
Failed 3.
Okay, 3 have made it through. The first one, D6 damage. 5 damage coming through. This could see them hacked down. Model's gone. And then the next one, 2 damage.
No, he's gone as well.
They're just 2 wound models.
2 wound models.
Right, okay, no, the unit's been destroyed here. Alright, so consolidation move made, but Venerable Dreadnought has done his job, taking out those Terminators. So sector finished around here, or go over to the main attack across the other side. So the Lone Wolf charged into the Demon Prince, 5 attacks in total, 2 attacks regular, +1 for weapons, +1 for charge, and then Berserk charge on top of that as well. So rerolling hit rolls, because he's a Lone Wolf, so he's got all of his hits. Strength, it's Frost Claws, strength 5. Toughness 6 though, isn't he?
7.
Toughness 7. 5s to wound. It's re-rollable for being the Lone Wolf. 3 come through. AP -2 becomes AP -3. 4 plus invuln saves.
5 plus would fail 2.
And disgustingly resilient. To keep him alive.
Nope.
No, gone. He's been brought down by the Lone Wolf. Right, fighting with this squad here, piled in. The Terminator here with the Thunderhammer's not going to get to fight, it's too far away. But the other 4, 12 attacks of them. No rerolls of any kind available. So that's the situation. Savage Fury, 2 extra hits. Toughness on these now?
3.
3s to wound. So a load of failed here, but 5 disgusting rolls for these Poxwalkers. That'll be that squad complete. So past 4, 1 model slain. Okay, we'll go on to the next squad just here. Next squad, piling moves made. Terminator at the back is going to fight here. 2 attacks, +1 for the charge, and then +1 for Berserk charge. So Savage Fury can add another hit to that. 3s to wound. 4 wounds caused. That's by that Terminator model just there with the power axe. Past 3 out of 4. Okay, 1 more model removed from play. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models just there. I think we've got range here to get a bonus attack on the charge. We'll check for Wolfenstone is 3-inch range, so that's going to be out of range just about. But an extra attack coming through. So that's going to be 6. We'll calculate the attacks, but it's a lot of attacks here for this squad. Yes, that's the number of attacks here, stacked up 6 models. 1 attack basic, chainswords, berserk charge, Space Marine charge, and then Saga for the Warlord trait. I don't know, 6 models. Ridiculous amount of attacks here. So you can see both my hands. Perhaps for the first time in a battle report, I'm balancing the camera as I pick up all the dice. Aaron's not helping me, he doesn't want to. Okay, so 2, the camera's swinging. 2s for hits, rerolling 1s for the captain nearby as well. So 1's failed, and then we've got, I don't believe this. This is ridiculous. 7, 9 Savage Fury auto hits. I don't know what to say. 9 more dice. I'm running out of dice here. I had to borrow some Imperial Fist dice. This is ridiculous. This is from how many models? 6 models. This is the wounds then. 3s to wound. If you stack up the bonuses, it's utterly ridiculous. Loads have failed here, though. Loads of 1s and 2s being rolled. There's tons of 1s and 2s. 5, 10, 15, 19 disgusting rolls to make. Horrific amount of attacks here. This really starts to stack up with the Space Wolves. So Blood Claws in particular with their chainswords. Tons of attacks. There's a lot of 5s and 6s being rolled, but it'll be a chunk ripped away from these Poxwalkers.
7 from 18.
Yeah.
11.
11 casualties. Almost a wipeout here. Okay, so moved in, casualties removed, moved in here with the Wolf Lord next. So 4 attacks basic, his Saga, Wolfenstone, and charged for Space Marines. So 7 attacks. 2s to hit, they're all hit. 2s to wound. 2 have failed, 5 make it through. 3 damage at a time. So almost 2 6s and a 1. Triple 6.
2, 3, 4. That'll be it then, isn't it? 5.
That's 5. Yeah, that's done. Okay, so casualties can be removed. Should be 2 left in play. Okay, so models, 2 models left here. That makes them redundant. I had made a pile of move, but I put it back with those. They don't have a target now to fight against, and I'll consolidate with him. Just going to tap into the tank like so to silence that vehicle. But I haven't managed to push through onto this one, so that one will remain, but it's looking pretty desperate here for what's left of the Death Guard on the board. So the last combat, Aaron can fight back across here, and then we've got this combat to resolve on top against the lone Plague Marine. So fight with the squad leader, Frost Claws, so extra attack. 3s to hit.
That's another hit.
Yeah, Savage Fury, thanks. Okay. 3, strength 5, so re-roll these 2 wins. Just the 2. AP -3 now, because it's Assault Doctrine that's gone through. And disgusting to keep him alive. Almost, no, he's gone. So Plague Marine brought down, and we'll consolidate with that squad. Alright, so they push through in that direction. Aaron can fight back. See if you can turn one of the Blood Claws into a Poxwalker. Just for quite satisfying.
Okay, so they're hitting all the values. That I think is 1 wound.
1 wound comes through.
Strength 3.
There's 3. I was wondering why Aaron got 6 attacks. But you had 3 models, they're 2 attacks each. So 2 wounds have come through.
Yes.
Okay, so 3 up.
1 wound.
1 wound come through. Okay. Just a simple 3 up. No, we'll tank it on a Terminator. 2 up. Ah! Taken a wound, but it's a 2 wound model. So not quite. He's been infected, but he hasn't turned yet. All right, so we'll put a wound on that model. Yeah, rolls have been made here. No damage came through. The tank attacking back just there. But turn's finished here. Space Wolves have shredded the Death Guard here in this fight. Resolve a bit of morale to result. None really. There's 1 casualty on this squad, so it's going to be nothing down there. Poxwalkers ignore morale. So that's the end of the turn. We'll see if there's any cards to trade in for the Space Wolves. Yeah, 1 point picked up for Aaron for Assassinate. Canis Wolfborn was brought down. Cards, Mission Critical Objective, holding objective number 5, which for some reason I've not secured. A lapse of concentration there, just the fury of the fight going on. So we don't pick up that point. That was strange. And then Blood and Guts, I think that was what we focused on the most, trying to destroy targets in close combat. That's right. Yeah, multiple units destroyed, so it's going to be D3. I think the game's over here, but we'll just roll up. 3 points picked up here. Okay, so that's the situation. 1, 2, 3, 7 cards fulfilled. The Death Guard are going to concede at this stage here. Their counterattack hasn't quite worked out, and the Space Wolves have countered it quite effectively. Then across here, it's only a matter of time before these Space Wolf units overwhelm what's left of the Death Guard in that corner. It's been quite an incredible display from the Space Wolves here, just to try and practice with them and see what they're capable of. But they have led a vicious fight here against the Death Guard and have caused a lot of damage in this battle. We'll get a final score at this point of the game just to see how many points were scored by both sides. Right, so points picked up here. Death Guard for holding objectives or completing cards. 4 points picked up. No line breaker scored. That was our deployment zone. Warlord's still alive. So 4 points in total. Objectives for the Space Wolves 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Line breaker scored. First Blood. And slay the Warlord as well. So that is 14 points to 4. So a nice lot of points picked up here for the Space Wolves as they make their return to the channel. So good battle here. It's good to see the Space Wolves making their return. They've been away for a while, just working on a brand new list. And so we're eager to get them onto the tabletop. And we've gone for a challenge game just to let them have a go against the Death Guard here in this game. But keep a lookout for the Space Wolves. They are yet to play any of their league games. So hopefully the final list will be ready soon. And we'll see them taking part in our Season 8 battle report. So we've got some armies lined up to face them. Hopefully one of the matches will be against the Thousand Suns Chaos Space Marines. But in this particular fight, they have triumphed against the forces of Chaos. So it has been a bit of revenge here. Space Wolves took a battering from the Death Guard in the previous season, so perhaps this game has evened things up. But beginning to be quite a notable encounter between these two sides. We may well see them clash again in the future, possibly even a rematch of the final Space Wolves list against the Death Guard. Aaron plans to expand his army and try out new units as well. But units of the game here as we finish up.
I give mine to Typhus.
Typhus, yeah, he withstood the Space Wolves' assault and stayed alive, and he brought down Canis Wolfborn as well, so he did well. I was going to mention the war gear. The Storm Shield really did prove useful for the Space Wolves. So too the Terminator models buried inside the infantry units at the right point, tanking hits with their 2+ armour save. But the actual units of the game, I'm going to give it to the Blood Claws. The infantry squads, the sheer amount of attacks that they get, mixed in with Terminators buried inside those units, they cleared a path through the Death Guard and proved very effective in this battle. So I'm going to give it to the Blood Claws as unit of the game for the Space Wolves. But that's units of the game for both sides. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on both of the channels. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.